So we're stuck.
Gosh, I feel like that movie Creep where the guy's like filming his own dad.
I have no idea where I'm trying to go, and they just opened the doors. Guys, I'm scared. It just started raining again. Why are people starting fights?
One girl in front of me got hit in the head. She started crying. Why are we punching people in the face? This was just so problematic.
Hey y'all, it's Dylan. If you're new here, thank you so much for being here. We finally made it to New York City. I'm here for GovBall, so I'm gonna be watching my favorite Conan Gray and Olivia Rodrigo and some other people tomorrow, and I cannot wait. We just got into the city, so we're kind of just walking around and exploring a little bit. I wanna go shopping. I wanna buy some new books, so let's go.
So, I narrowed it down to 2 books, Heaven's Official Blessing and Confounding Oaths. I've heard of this one before, and every time I see it at a bookstore, I'm like, I should read that book, but I've never bought it, so today's the day. This bookstore, unfortunately, is really freaking expensive, but there is a pretty wide selection. I love me my little gay books, so I'm gonna look around for some more gay books, but I think I'm just gonna stick with these 2. We'll see. Cable.
We need a car that could reach us.
So the car battery died in this garage that we're in, and we can't really pop the hood because there's this massive piece of concrete here. We don't have cables long enough to like connect to somebody else's car unless they're the person right next to us who is not here. So we're stuck in NYC.
Gosh, I feel like that movie Creep where the guy's like filming his own death, like filming his own serial killer. That's what this is giving right now. But while we're stuck, I thought I would do a little book haul for y'all. These are all my friendship bracelets that I made for the Conan Gray concert. I'm gonna pass them out and make some friends. First, I got this one. It's a Romeo and Juliet, like gay retelling. I did make sure that it was not going to leave me depressed before I bought it. Next, we have this one. They said it was similar to Good Omens, and it's like these supernatural people that have to go to Earth in order to help humans. But I think they fall in love. Ooh. And then we got this one, which is like
but it supposedly has what it needs to start the car. You definitely get the battery. And I knew I liked it from the beginning.
Good morning, y'all. Today is the day. I'm so excited. This is what I'm wearing. This tank top that I made, and this baseball shirt thing that I thrifted, and then these pants from Urban Outfitters. I tried to do my hair like Conan did in the video. We'll see if it looks good when it dries or if I'm gonna have to wear a hat. I'm so excited. I think first we're gonna go to this cafe that we went to last time because it was really, really cute. And then, I don't know, I don't plan on getting to the concert till like 3 or 4, so. Also, now we can finish my book haul. We have Too Bright to See, which won all these awards, so I'm like, it has to be good. It's this 11-year-old. They can like see like spirits, I think, or like they have a connection to the supernatural, but this spirit is like trying to tell something to Bug. It says, as Bug begins to untangle the mystery of this new ghost, an altogether different truth tugs free. It's the answer to a question of identity, one Bug never even thought to ask. So, it sounds interesting. And then we have Confounding Oaths, which is like 1815 England, I think. And this guy is trying to help his sister find a husband, but somehow this like malicious fairy godmother like curses her. And so then they have to like go to the fairy world with this like captain guy and like try to fix his sister's curse. Now I want some coffee and breakfast, so let's go do that.
Guys, I'm scared. I tend to go down the scared pipeline and the what if pipeline, so here are my most irrational what ifs. What if Olivia Rodrigo is too sick to sing and then they're like, we need somebody else to sing, and they make me do it but I can't hit all her notes. Okay, next one. What if they forget that I wanted to go to the festival and then they just never set up the entire festival and I show up there and nothing is there? Those are my top 2 irrational fears. Thank you. Y'all, I just got dropped off. I have no idea where I am. This park is massive and we could not find a way to drop me off closer, and I have no idea where I'm trying to go, and they just opened the doors. So, do you know where I go to get to GovBall?
One left.
Okay, thank you. I do see a lot of people now. Oh my god, is that the line to get in? Is this the line to get in? Okay, alright, thank you. Lost. Coffee bottles. Hi vlog. Okay, I bought 2 shirts. There's supposedly someone walking around with a sailor hat that will give me a Conan Gray pin if I show him my Conan Gray email. So I need to find this person with a sailor hat. Guys, I'm scared. It just started raining again and I haven't found this diva with the pins. Where are you? If I don't find her in like the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna give up and hope that she finds me, you know. I'm all juicy, but I got my friend's fries and they gave me chicken even though I didn't ask for chicken, but I guess I'll eat it. Protein. Okay, I'm going over to Conan's sleigh. I could not find the pin girl, so if you're the sailor hat pin girl and you happen to be watching this, please DM me. I would love a pin, but I understand that's a lot of work. Okay, let us try to secure a good spot, even though I'm soaking wet and cold, but I'm hoping with all the people around it'll warm up, you know?
Your voice is like too shy to tell you the words on my mind. This party shit, I wish we could go anywhere but here. Don't take a hit, don't kiss my be not attached to the person I'm holding. Someday I'll be falling without caution, but for now I'm only one. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can.
Be careful, they're missing people.
My question for the culture, oh my god, is why are people starting fights in the Olivia Rodrigo concert? What the world? Clap if you feel safe. These are my friends. Wait, is everybody in there? Okay, some girl passed out. Security would not come get her. They said carry her.
Everybody else crazy. Made everybody get her. Fuck that.
They said carry her out.
I wish that you would thought this through before I went and fell in love with
Okay, time for the mass exodus. Like the Hebrew people out of Egypt. Here we go. Moses core. It was really good, but a lot of people were on wench behavior, I have to be honest. But the show itself was so good, oh my gosh. We'll unpack more tomorrow. So now that we're home safe and sound, let's unpack. Last night was a hoot and a holler. GovBall overall was an experience. I think I had a better time last year, I would say. And that's not any of the artists' fault. Conan Gray and Olivia Rodrigo were both so good, of course. I feel like festival management and the crowd this year was a little bit not perfect. Don't get me wrong, I'm so grateful to have gone and I had such a good time. But first of all, it rained, right? So the whole festival got delayed like 4 or 5 hours. They said doors open at 4:30, so I got there at like 4-ish. And then I could not find the line, so I got in line at like 4:20. However, at 3:59, they said doors are opening at 4. I ended up getting in line at 4:20. An hour later, I make it into the festival. Like, that line was so long. But like, I had a grand old time. Like, I went to the merch booth. I got this shirt from Conan Gray's merch table. On the back it says Conan Gray GovBall 2025. And then I also got this shirt, which I think is so cute. It's like King Kong, and it has the line up on the back. I thought the color scheme was really nice. I didn't realize it was like so like distressed looking. I don't know if you can see that. The shirt that I bought last year was definitely higher quality, but it's still pretty cool. I think it's really cute, so I'm so happy with it. So I had wanted to watch Marina's set. I made it in for the last song of her set. So I watched her sing Bubblegum Wench, and then I went and walked around. I tried so hard to find that sailor hat person, but I could not find them. So I did not get my Conan Gray pin. So here's what I didn't really cover in the vlog from last night. After I got in the crowd for Conan Gray, I started talking to the people next to me. They were super nice, like we became friends, but the crowd like was not respectful. People were pushing so hard. I was like, this is literally a Conan Gray concert. This is like a sad girl pop concert. Why are we pushing and shoving? This is not a mosh pit, mama. Like, what the HECK are you doing? These two guys, and they were pretty tall. They were like, oh, I'm looking for my friends. They stopped right in front of us, and they were taller than me. I'm 5'11" and a half. And I was like craning my neck to see around them. And there was like nowhere to go also because we were packed in. I wasn't even that close to the front. I was probably halfway back. I was by the mix booth. So yeah, probably about halfway back. We were packed in. There was just nowhere to move. Also, the entire thing was mud. So rest in peace to my shoes. Then this man comes through holding a beer and he's like, I'm trying to find my daughter. And his daughter was right next to us. So he ended up like kind of pushing through us to get to his daughter. And I was like, okay, first of all, why'd you leave your daughter for a beer in the first place? Second of all, why are you pushing? You're a grown man. This is like a crowd of teenagers. And he was like being super sassy and like rude. I forget what he said, but he like said something snappy. And I was like, you're a grown man beefing with like a 20-year-old girl? Hello? And then another guy came by with a beer. He was like, I'm looking for my daughter. I'm looking for my daughter. First of all, like, why would you bring like your child daughter to this? I don't think this is an event for children, especially like if you're gonna be close to the front. Like, I don't think it's really safe for a kid. I was anxious being like packed in that close, and I'm not 4.5 feet tall. I was like, why would you bring your kid in the first place, and why would you leave them to go get a beer and then try to push your way back and find her? Like, that just does not make sense. The math is not mathing. And he was also being really rude and like pushing a lot. And so then Conan Gray goes, he slayed. Ugh. Bonus points for the set. The little waves were so cute, and little crow's nest and the boat. I loved it. It was a little bit hard to focus because they were throwing water bottles. I feel like a lot of the concerts I go to, they get like the plastic bottles of water and they say pass it back to like whoever's waving for it, and you just like keep passing it back. Well, at GovBall, the people that were on the staff were just like chucking the water bottles into the crowd, and they weren't even water bottles. They were the boxed water, which like slay, you know, decomposable, but also that means they had corners and edges, and they were just throwing them at people. One girl in front of me got hit in the head. She started crying. The girl next to me, Lily, on the vlog, she got hit twice. Like, what the world? Why are we doing this? And this man's just like flirting with the people at the gate and then like throwing water bottles between like trying to seduce people. Hello. While Conan was singing, one of the guys that pushed his way in front of us turns to the other and goes,
I don't know any of these songs. I was like, hello? Why did you push your way blocking other people if you don't even know the artist? But it's fine. I was like, you know, it's fine because I did get front row tickets to see him in September, so I'm gonna be fine. But like, why are we being rude? Like, it's just not that hard to be nice. Anyway, so then after Conan Gray's set, this girl and her boyfriend are trying to push through. Like, this boyfriend is pushing through. He shoves this girl behind me who's like a small girl. He's like, he has his arm like on her, and she goes, don't touch me. So then everyone turns around and starts like getting him out of the area because like, what the world, why are you acting like that? The girl that got shoved starts crying, and everyone's like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. It's just been a day. I got punched in the face earlier. I started bleeding. Why are we punching people in the face? It is not that deep. So I let her go in front of me because I was like, you know what? Like, this is our little safe circle of friends. You do not deserve to get punched in the face again. Then before Olivia Rodrigo went on stage, a girl passes out in the crowd. People start, you know, waving their lights, trying to get security's attention. We're probably 15 feet from the mix booth where there's security people. The one security guard goes to get the other security guard. Well, this girl is just like on the ground. The crowd like immediately parts and like makes a path from the girl to the mix booth so that security can come in and get her out. Tell me why the security guard comes up to the barricade and goes, carry her out. Oh, we looked at each other, we said, hello? That's your job, mama. What are you here for? So then all these like teenagers are carrying this poor girl out. This girl cannot stand up. They're carrying her over to the gate to the security people. Like, what are you here for? And I get that, like, I'm sure people were stressed and like it was a long day with the rain and the delays and waiting an hour in line. But I just feel like the crowd and the staff, there was like some room for improvement. This group of like probably like middle school, maybe early high school girls were like moving away from the front, so they stopped around us where I guess it was a little bit calmer than close to the front. It's us, this group of girls, and then right next to this group of girls is this other girl and her mom. So the mom starts yelling at the group of girls. This one in particular, this mom and this girl are like going at it. You are somebody's mother. Why are you arguing with a 13-year-old at an Olivia Rodrigo concert? This went on and on. Like, I couldn't really hear what they were saying, but I think the mom was mad that they had stopped like in front of her. But also like, they're little girls, like they're not tall. So it's not like they were blocking her, but she was just mad. And so they probably went at it for like 5 minutes. So then the daughter of the lady is like, mom, stop. Stands between her mom and this like adolescent girl and is like breaking up the fight between the two of them. Like, it was wild. Why were people so upset? Like, I've been to a lot of concerts and the crowd there was just like unholy. This was just so problematic. Why are you acting like this? You know, and like everybody was uncomfortable, but it's not that hard to just be nice and not shove people and start fights. But the people next to me were so nice. I made some new friends. We talked between the sets and they were like looking out for each other. Like, they were a really good group. So I'm glad I found them. They were so sweet. Shout out to y'all if you're watching. But there were some like standout staff people that were like super kind. So when I was trying to like find the sailor hat person to get my Conan Gray pin, there was a picture on Instagram of them in front of like a fence. So I walked the perimeter of the fence, like trying to look out for them. There was like some event workers that I went up to and I was like, do you know where this picture might have been taken? And they were so nice. None of them knew, but they were so kind. So shout out to them. Overall, I had a really great time and I'm so glad I got to be there. And all of the ups and downs, I guess, just make for a good story, which I'll take it. But yeah, it was a hoot and a holler. I'm gonna end this vlog here. If you have any questions, you know, drop them in the comments. If you went to GovBall, let me know who you saw. If you didn't go to GovBall, let me know your most recent concert and what you thought of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I post every week and I'm still a super small channel right now, so every little bit means so much to me. I see all your comments, I see all your likes. Thank you so much. God bless. I'll see you next week. You gotta finish the heart.